Honestly, I've got everything in this hour, everything. But that's good because I can give you my honest opinion, a personal opinion. I can tell you about SuperFast, best drain cleaner we've ever sold, best drain cleaner we've ever bought. We've all got clogs, we've got drains, we've got showers, we've got kitchen sinks that get clogged full of stuff. All the stuff we put down there, including all the hair that gets down there. You go to the store and what a lot of folks buy are drain openers. This is a drain cleaner. It's absolutely safe and secure on all different types of plumbing. And let me tell you, it will attack grime and hair like nothing else can. We only sell this certain months of the year. It's always a good thing to stock up because you never know when that clogged drain is gonna happen. Problem drains are all too commonplace. Professor Amos has spent a lifetime creating and pioneering solutions. That's why the hotels and the motels and professionals and businesses around the country and the world use his products. 084478 for a drain cleaner that works. And let me tell you, you don't have to pour the whole bottle down the drain to make it work. This is the twin pack, the double pack, the two jumbos. We have it on single ship or auto ship. Auto ship secures a February delivery, April, October, and December delivery, so you'll never be without. Professor Amos's son, Amos III, is raising the roof. He is live from his Professor Amos laboratory, I suppose you could say. How are you, my friend? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Adam. It's great to be with you. It's the time of year right now where we've had excessive fats, oils, and greases going down the drain line. You need a drain cleaner, not a drain opener, and I'll explain that in a minute. But SuperFast has an accelerated formula. Let me explain what that means. It works on contact. You don't have to wait 30 minutes. You don't have to wait 60 minutes. It starts to work in 10 seconds or less. Now, SuperFast, it turns your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. All your grease and oil in the drain line turn into foam. We call that saponify because that's the dynamic way that it works, breaking down everything in the drain line into foam. Now, that foam breaks down into liquid. You give it 10 minutes. Inevitably, it all passes through your drain line when you run hot water. Now, it's the time of year right now where we've had excessive fats, oils, and greases down your drain line, and maybe you're going to panic when you have a clog at home and you run out to your local store and grab a consumer product. Products like these contain acid, bleach, ammonia. There's animal fats in here. These are highly corrosive materials that you're pouring down the drain line. They tell you to pour half that bottle down the drain line. That's just too many chemicals. Now, 90% of those chemicals, they trickle right past the clog. Adam, they sit right down here at that curve unit. That curve unit is designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up into your house and permeating. But the chemicals are sitting there building heats of 160 degrees. Remember, it's cold out right now all over the country, so that means you have cold drain lines. Now, if your pipes are going from extremely cold to hot fast from these chemicals, you're going to have a big problem. You'll have a cracked drain line. Now, I'm going to give that a minute and come right back. Watch this, Adam. Count to yourself right now. How long does it take for the SuperFast to activate and start to go to work? You'll see it works super fast, hence the name. 10 seconds or less. Here we go. Last week's food, last year's food, it's hardened and solidified in the drain line. It's breaking that down into foam too. Now, my dad always taught me, my dad's Professor Amos, he said, no need to work harder, work smarter. So don't grab the plunger, don't grab the snake, just let the product do the work so you don't have to. Work smarter, not harder. Now, right back to test tube number 2. You see if nothing's happened. These chemicals could smell so bad. They want you to ventilate the room because they're harsh. Now, it's the time of year right now where plumbers are called the most to your homes for drain clogs or drain bursts because of all the chemicals you put down the drain line. So do yourself the biggest favor. Just use our SuperFast because it doesn't have acid. It doesn't have ammonia. It doesn't have the caustic chemicals that hurt you or your drain lines, but it gets to work with that accelerated formula. See, it goes to work right away. Now, let it break down 10 minutes, and then you're going to run water. Now, come on over here to test tube number 1, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. After it's all been broken down, all you have to do is turn the water on, run hot water for 5 minutes. That's it. And you'll see everything that's been suspended from the inside of the drain line passes right through there. It's squeaky clean. Let me do it one more time. Test tube number 2. So if you missed it, watch this. Everything has been suspended free from the inside of the drain line, and it passes right through. Now, you were saying, don't use the whole bottle. I don't want you to use the whole bottle. You use up to 6 ounces. You get up to 6 applications, and that will open and clean your drain line. Now, come on over here. I want you to see this here. The dirtiest place in your whole house. If you see that, Adam, look at it. It's alive. I mean, can you see that right there?
Oh, yeah, we see it, Amos. We see it really clearly. Wow.
500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch. That's what's in the drain line of your kitchen sink. Now, if you don't eliminate that, bugs and critters, they feed on that. They'll be having a food frenzy, a feeding frenzy down in your drain line. So instead of having an infestation in your drain lines, use our SuperFast to break down last week's food, last month's food, last year's food that's hardened and solidified. Look at it going to work. Let the product do the work so you don't have to. We want you to work smarter, not harder. There it is right there. Now, Adam, watch this. Hair is the #1 culprit when it comes to your clogs at home. So you're going to use 6 ounces of our SuperFast drain cleaner right over top of the hair in your drain line. So if it's pet hair, if it's human hair, if it's fuzzling or fur, you use SuperFast to break that down and turn that into foam and saponify everything. And here's the deal. If you don't do that, Adam, we already know. The inside of your drain lines are sticky and oily from all the fats, oils, and greases. If you wash your dog or your cat one time, the inside of the drain line looks like that right there. I mean, that just builds and builds and builds till that drain line's fully clogged out. Nothing can get through anymore. So don't wait for the problem. Use our SuperFast drain cleaner with the up to 6 applications to break down the hair, the food, the fats, oils, and the greases. Think about the holidays that just passed. All the cooking, all the greases and oils, all that griming. You're using consumer products like this with acid to go down the drain line. Yeah. Now, what's the problem? Here it is. Let me explain one thing. You pour these chemicals down the drain line, and you see down here, the chemicals are sitting there and they start to build heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Listen, that's way too hot. Your drain lines aren't bulletproof. They'll inevitably crack. Remember, it's cold out right now. So when your drain lines go from extremely cold to hot fast, it's going to cost you a fortune. But SuperFast doesn't have it doesn't heat up the drain lines. It's not going to crack the drain lines because it has no acid, no ammonia. None of the animal fats are in there to make that coagulation to build the heat in your drain line. Now, one thing you think about in your designer sinks at home, your designer tubs at home, you would never use a consumer product like this right here down there because your chrome fixtures, they'll rust out and pit. It would damage the glass. It would damage the travertine, the corian, any of those fiberglasses that you have at home. But SuperFast is super fast. It won't hurt it, but it goes to work right away. Give it 10 seconds to break down the grease, the oil, the grime, and within 10 minutes, your drain lines are burping, they're gurgling, everything's starting to move. And while we're down there, Adam, take a look at those drain pipes. Yeah. If you're wondering if it's safe, SuperFast is definitely safe. It's definitely safe on copper lines, PVC, galvanized steel. If you have a septic tank, a septic system, use it in there. And my boater friends, and my RV friends, you can use it in that tank too. Trust me, I use it in my RV tank all the time. You know, I bought a used camper for the family, and we take trips all the time. But when I bought it used, it had a drain gas, a drain odor in there, Adam. My kids, the smell coming out of the toilet frighten the children. They didn't want to go in there. But I used SuperFast to get rid of the stink in the toilet or the sink, and it did. Now the kids can enjoy the camper with me. We take trips all the time. So definitely use our SuperFast to break down that grime. And if you're just tuning in, here it is one more time. SuperFast has an accelerated formula. What that means to you is it works on contact. You don't have to wait 10 minutes. You give it 10 seconds to start to go to work. Now, it breaks down the hair. It breaks down the food. It breaks down all the grease and oil in your drain line, turning it into foam. See that foam there? That's called saponify, because that's the dynamic way that it works, breaking down everything in the drain and the foam. Now, you let that break down. You give it 10 minutes. You'll just run hot water for 5 minutes. It's so easy to do. 6 ounces down the drain line. You get up to 6 applications, and you're going to love the way it works. It just goes to work for you.
Amos, we're about to put our, I think, 3-minute clock on, and folks, we're busy. It's that time of year, just like Amos said, where we're getting more clogs than ever before. Plumbers are being called out more than ever before. This is a product that works, and it really is one of those things where we know we all get clogs. We know that we've got problem drains. We know sometimes you walk into the kitchen, there's that odor and the smell, and it's not a good one. It's coming from the drain. And we have all bought the same products from those same DIY stores, the home stores. And we all know that many times they don't work the way they should. This is completely different. If there was a book of HSN, there would be a chapter on Professor Amos's SuperFast Drain Cleaner. It's a universally loved customer pick, not only here in the United States, but around the world, truly around the world. It does what it says on the label. You gotta have one in stock at all times. This is the twin pack, the 2 jumbos. So this is gonna keep you going for a long while. 3 FlexPay feature price, we're saving money, we'll get it to you. Listen, if you've got a clog that you think is, well, it'll never work, try it. You've got our 30-day money-back guarantee. Coming up next, in my opinion, the best stain remover you've ever seen in your life, called, I nearly forgot the name then, InstaClean. It's been a long day. Amos, I certainly can't forget your name. Your family have been doing this for a long time.
Forever, ever. Let's remember one thing. It's the time of year right now where the plumber is called the most for drain clogs and drain bursts. And here's what happened. It's cold out all over the country. Your drain lines are cold, okay? Now, when you're putting chemicals like this down your drain lines, the acid, the animal fats, they coagulate and they build heats in your drain lines. It just totally explodes. Your drain line will explode. Now, that goes down to that curve unit right there. Remember, that's where the chemicals sit. That's usually where you're going to have the problem. And the chemicals sit there building heats of 160 degrees. Do yourself the biggest favor. Use this innovative drain cleaner without the acid, without the ammonia, without the animal fats, and you'll be glad you did, because SuperFast gets the job done. Don't wait for the clog. Use this to open and clean and maintain that drain line, leaving it squeaky clean. Listen, if you don't hear that suction sound, that's when something goes down the drain line, you're starting to have a problem. You need to hear that sound. And if you've left your house and you came home and you smelt an odor coming from 90%, it's coming from the drain lines. Remember, all the fats, oils, and greases that are going down your drain line, they potentially create drain gases and drain odors. So use our SuperFast to break that down, to eliminate the stink in the sink, eliminate the smell coming out of the tub and everything in between. 6 applications. I did the math for you, Adam. It comes out to $2.83 every time you put the 6 ounces to open your drain line down the drain.
You can't argue with that. Amos, send our best to your dad. We love you and the family. Happy New Year, my friend.
Victory lap. Victory lap.
The amazing Amos III, Professor Amos's son. Congratulations to everybody that got SuperFast. I know you're going to love it. Take advantage of the FlexPay and try it at home. Coming up shortly, the Shark Vac Mop, which we're excited about. But first, come with me on a journey to a stain remover, the likes of which you have never ever seen. I'm going down and saying it.